Ladies and gentlemen, Loon and Ilstaya, let's get ready for the first game of this GEF Oz vs New Zealand best of 3. I'm pretty pumped. So, for Team Australia, and right now they are Team Radiant, we have Tian on Dragon Knight, Andros on Hoodwink, Lord Moons on Warlock, Miniature on Mars, and Gabala on Nature's Prophet. For Team Dire, that is New Zealand, we've got Tubbs on Lifestealer, Gendals on Ember Spirit, Raid on Sand King, Fury on Shadow Demon, and Xavier on the Wind Ranger. Let's freaking go, Smokes out. And Rain and really being pushed off at this stage, eh?
Yeah, he's having a hard time. I don't think the lane should be going this badly for them.
But looks like the Dragon's gonna turn, and remember that Warlock does have his chains, and the Lifestealer is not enough to save that Windrunner. She is already dead, and they do not have a tower to hide behind. They grab the Shadow Demon, they're trying to put some damage onto him. He is a very slow hero, but so are Warlock and DK at this point of the game as well. They're gonna try and find him in the trees, but he might just be able to wiggle away. Ooh, Gubala! Beautiful, beautiful sprout from Gubala. Catches him directly, and that is a dead Shadow Demon. Maybe just overextending their hand there a little bit on Team New Zealand.
Overcommittal. They're going on the Warlock.
Rain, stunned by the Dragon, whole bunch of damage, and he's already dead. Gendal's gonna bump into Boons here. Ooh, they ping him, they root him, they power shot him, they ult him, he ults in return. Can he get the he does have the shackles off on top of them. Now Minichen playing forward. There's a Lifestealer on the side, so those two heroes might be overextending. There's going to be a blink coming out from that DK at any moment now. Shadow Demon pinned to the wall, and down he goes. Fury already dead, and Xavier is to follow. And there's a couple of cheeky little picks. Boons playing a fantastic bait game there on the Warlock. Nice. Stacked. He's level freaking 10. Like, that's higher than the Lifestealer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the benefit of when your team's having a good game and you can kind of just walk around with them and get kills.
He's actually a higher net worth than the Ember at the moment.
Good God.
Pretty rough.
Hiding in the trees to break this smoke. Beautiful little break coming out from Andros, and it might just save the rest of his team. Big spear coming out from Minichen, and the Ember Spirit is already pinned to the side of the wall, and oh my god, with no chains! He's taking so much damage! Rain trying to get his ult off, but his Yule's up into the air, at least for now. Shackle shot to try and keep him alive, but I reckon that is a very dead Sand King. His ult is still pulsing on the sidelines, but no, all good for now. Ember tries to get saved from the chains by the Lifestealer, but it's not enough. The Ember actually does go down, and Xavier trying to get out of there himself. Oh, the Warlock chains were enough to burst the Ember as he ran, and they've burned the Lifestealer ult to try and save him. Oh, guys, Team New Zealand, that sucks.
They got the jump on the Hoodwink, and he doesn't die because Boons healed him and put Solar Crest on him. And
Roche time. Do they just give the Roche here? They can't make it, right?
Yeah.
He is getting lucky, or he is just feeling something is up again and again. He just consistently keeps dodging these 5-man smokes. It's crazy. He's gonna get scouted here. Okay, Rain is hungry. There we go. Stun immediately in on top of him, and with the Lifestealer inside him, I think it's not gonna be long before that tree goes down. Shackle to his own sprout, and now it looks like there are two heroes caught inside of Mars ult. Minichen has popped his BKB, and he's trying to put some aggression onto these two supports to try and deal with them, to turn this fight in the direction he wants it to go. Rain jumping in, his ult is going off, but it might not be enough to deal with the series before they go down. Bloodstone doing work and keeping him alive, and now the DK is stunned and stuck to that Warlock. Holy, there are 4 heroes dead already, and that rat is doing everything it can to get out of there. That was a sick play coming out from Team New Zealand, showing this game is not over just yet.
That's so important. And Toby getting 2 of those kills as well.
And now he gets the Roche.
Yeah, they're getting the Roche as well. Yeah, like, this is so important for the momentum in this game.
He gets the stun off, but the Roche is still up, and there goes the chase, and there goes the Golem, and there goes the Wind Ranger. Looks like Mars blinking forward with his ult. Top jumping inside of range to try and keep him alive, but the Shadow Demon's going to go down. They have managed to burst the DK on the sidelines, but that Lifestealer did pick up the Aegis, and now he has become a very, very scary target. The Warlock getting burst on the sidelines by the Ember Spirit. They brought back on both the supports, and they're looking for Andros. Andros trying to hide into the trees. They're putting some pain onto him, and there's that Wind Ranger ult we were talking about earlier in the game, assisting in running down the supports, and all of a sudden, Team Australia might be having to use their buybacks. They elect to pop their forward, but maybe a little too late. They take this mid-racks and can successfully disengage. I think Team New Zealand's going to be very happy here.
Doesn't have a Calling Blade in his thing anymore. So he
Tops
has to be
rage
careful
and
as
gets
well.
out of the suit, but on the back lines, ooh, the Mars blinks in, pops his BKB, but most of his BKB was burned up during that Abyssal. They're actually going to grab him and burst him before he can get out of there, and now they're going to play forward onto Team Australia. That Warlock is in a position he doesn't want to be. Will be exploding into a Golem any moment now. There it is. BKB on Gubala, trying to back up and get away from these very, very scary heroes, but remember, there is an Aegis still up on this very scary Lifestealer. He's stuck inside the trees for now. Rain playing forward, but taking a whole bunch of damage because the rest of his team can't move forward to support him. Okay, looks like that Wind Ranger is trying to put some pain onto the tree. The tree is force-stuffed into his Radiant. They're now playing forward onto the Mars. The Mars taking a whole bunch of damage, has committed his buyback here. Down he goes. Down the Warlock goes. Gubala sitting on the high ground, putting some damage onto Ember Spirit, and they managed to burst the Ember before Lifestealer can save him. Ember buying back now and trying to come back to this fight. Team Australia
they wanna
in
end
a
the
bit of
game.
trouble.
They wanna
Lifestealer
get
applying some
Megas.
damage to this tower. Catapults
as I was
here.
saying, Megas at this stage in the game aren't the end.
But you know what could be the end? 40 seconds,
Yeah.
no Mars, and they're looking to push and try and finish
Yeah,
this
they have-
game.
They have to take the fight.
This is it. Trying to land with the bushwhack, but it doesn't quite connect, and they're now losing their tier 4s. Team New Zealand making a huge comeback, and Team Australia might need to start to stress at this point. Gubala coming in, throws a Glypnir onto that Lifestealer, but the Lifestealer is just there, putting damage onto your Ancient Windrunner on the sideline, trying to bring it down on her own, while the Lifestealer is inside the DK. GG is
Yeah,
called
wins.
by Boons. Game 1, going the way of Team New Zealand. Let's freaking go, NZ!
Well played to them because they were not having a good early game.
And let's get this second game of this best of 3 GEF men's division on the road. Team Dire, which is Team New Zealand, has Tops on Lifestealer, Gentleson, Ember Spirit, Rain on Razor, Fury on Shadow Demon, and Xavier on Nyx Assassin. For Team Radiant, that is Team Australia, we have it's Tien on Dragon Knight, Andros on Rubik, Loboons on Clockwork, Minichin on Centaur, and Gubala on the Clinks. Looks like they're about to bump into each other. About the power of mana stacks, and he's starting to stack those mana stacks up onto Andros. Does get lifted though and tossed back into Minichin's grasp, and just like that, Andros takes first blood. Let's go, Andros.
Of like adjustment.
Finessing. Alright, beautiful. We know we can hit hook shots now at least, and it looks like they elect to pop the center roll to try and get on top of this Razor. The Razor just won't die though, and might actually take Boons with him. He does! Holy! Okay, Gubala needs to be careful because Jandals is rotating in. The Lexa just jumped straight onto the Clinks, and they can see the Clinks because of Xavier's innate. He's taking a whole bunch of damage, and those skeletons doing absolutely freaking nothing. Fury gets hit with a huge double edge and has already burst himself, and now they're playing forward on Xavier. Xavier's just going to walk away. The Nyx is just
Now this,
walking in
yeah,
behind
they're
him.
looking. They can kill the Ember or probably anyone actually with the Orchid.
Okay, they managed to catch Boons, but I reckon we'll probably see an initiation from the Dragon Knight. There it is, straight onto Jandals. Jandals lifted, thrown back for now, but he probably has enough to get out of there if he plays this right. Rain now initiating forward onto the Dragon Knight, and that Dragon Knight is going to go down in no time at all. That's a dead Dragon Knight. Now they're playing forward onto Boons. Boons trying to get out of there. He's been hit with the mech, but I don't think the mech's going to be enough to save him, or maybe the rest of his team. They are in a whole lot of trouble as the rest of Team New Zealand is playing forward. Gubala already dead. Looks like they've disrupted the Centaur. The Centaur actually gets a beautiful blink out. Minichin might be out of there. Andros playing on the sidelines. Can he get away from this very fast-moving Razor? He does. He slinks to the high ground and might just escape. Or maybe not. Xavier hunting. We shall see here. He sees Andros under his tower, but Andros probably knows what this bug is up to, does he?
Ooh.
Ooh, impale! And there he goes! Boom! Down goes Andros. Beautiful pick from Xavier.
You have to commit on me, and I might kill you.
Minichin misses the stun, and that might be the cue for them to go in. No, Force Staff gets him out of there at least for now. Tops wants to punch that Rax, but with 4 heroes there, he is a little bit hesitant. They do have a whole lot of lockdown, and there it is, the first part of the lockdown. Minichin trying to follow up the stun, the toss back into the stun, and that's going to be the Aegis for sure. Hookshot committed. I wonder if they can keep him here. The rest of his team is on the sidelines. Looks like Xavier goes in and gets hit by the cogs. Huge amounts of damage coming out from those skeletons, and Tops needs to be very careful. Centaur ult committed, and oh good god, that Clinks gets launched into the fight from that Force Staff, and he's in a whole lot of trouble and he's already dead. Looks like Lifestealer jumps inside Jandals to try and get out of there for now, but Rain thinking about playing forward onto Boons. Boons needs to be careful here. Rain has a whole bunch of right clicks and they like to commit them onto that clock who was already dead. Thinking about Andros slowed. Tobbs playing forward onto him to try and finish him off. Couple more right clicks and that's going to be a dead Rubik. Okay, Rain playing forward. They stun him, but there is a Solar Crest to try and keep him alive, and it looks like the clock that just report back is already dead. Playing forward onto Minichin. Minichin is trying to maybe get a stun onto the Razor to finish him off. Tobbs doing what he can to put some damage onto Minichin and get him off of Rain. Couple of right clicks to send him back behind his racks to keep him in place. Uh-oh, Team Australia. Uh-oh. Looks like Team New Zealand want your racks and you don't have enough in the tank to stop it just yet.
I think that should be the signal for them to leave. Wait for Roche. It will actually be up relatively soon.
Boons gets a beautiful ward down there. He's looking for his entry. Tobbs playing forward again, his rage is back up, and there's the stun straight onto him, and he's caught in front of all those skeletons, and he's already dead. That is so much damage coming out from the Clinks. Meanwhile, on the back lines, they managed to find Fury. Fury disrupts to try and keep himself alive, at least for now, but I reckon he's coming out and he's going to die. Rain is a very fast-moving hero, but there are a bunch of very, very, very hungry heroes that want to chase him down with a whole bunch of lockdown. There's a stun coming out from the Dragon to keep him in place. Boons drops the cogs to keep him next to all of those heroes. He does have his Bloodstone, but I don't think Bloodstone is going to be enough to save him. Nope, down he goes. Xavier trying to pull it out. They do have the stun. They keep him in place, and they're going to take Xavier as well. That's 4 heroes dead, and a big old team fight won for nothing more than a tower. Let's go, Team Australia! Give me your best Aussie, 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 oi, 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 Ilstaya.
Absolutely not.
Okay, okay.
That is now, I mean, it's under 1k gold, like lead now for Radiant. Massively important for them to win that fight, but for Dire, I just feel like you didn't need to pressure it, guys. Wait for Roche, it's gonna be up relatively soon. He needs to be careful. If they jump on him and kill him first, Radiant do not have enough damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
They don't have any vision, and that's going to be a dead Andros immediately. Looks like Kabbalah is going to try and put some damage onto that Nyx, and the Nyx immediately goes down. Now, the Razor trying to play forward, but it looks like he's going to be caught in amongst all of those skeletons. On the back lines, it looks like they've caught this Centaur. The Centaur using the tier 6 Ochre Seal to try and get on out of there, and down he goes. Ember probably going to return to this fight now and find the Clock. The Clock uses the hook shot to try and deal with Fury, actually manages to get him, but with these 4 heroes still alive, I think the DK needs to be very careful. His Clinks is just going to abandon him, and down, goes, DK, he's dead. And
So he's playing for keeps. He's playing to win. He doesn't want to get caught by anything.
DK
okay, here they
down as
go,
well.
playing
Could be
forward
like-
again, and this time he's lifted. The disruption, right, manages to land on him. Clock, go into the back lines to try and keep those heroes off of his core, but that's a dead Clock. I mean, Boons goes in there, and Boons just dies. That's his buyback. There's no Clock for this fight, and it looks like Team New Zealand know it. Beautiful stun coming out from Minish and catches 3 heroes, but they're actually stunned themselves in return. Ooh, this fight is an absolute mess. Looks like the Lifestealer elects to jump aside of Xavier, and Xavier's just trying to get him on out of there. Bloodstone being popped on Razor. Razor playing forward now, trying to deal with the DK. DK being pulled back towards the Razor. Ember is playing forward. There's blood in the water, and they're hungry. That Clinks is taking a whole bunch of damage, and manages to just go down. Okay, he has his buyback. Elects to use it. The rest of this team might need to back up, at least the Ember for now, because that Clinks is coming back to play. They don't have a huge amount of initiation to jump on top of him, but they say we don't need to kill the Clinks. We're just going to kill your racks instead. Mega's secured for Team New Zealand, and let's see if a DK and a Clinks can kill 5 heroes and stop this game going the way of Team New Zealand. They're taking your last tier 4, Team Australia. Need to be careful. The DK jumps in straight onto 3 heroes. It looks like Clinks is trying to play some damage onto that New Zealand team. Ooh, disruption is enough to save the Nyx for now. Nyx coming out again and trying to punch that DK. DK is dead and does not have buybacks, and that is GG. New Zealand take it 2-0. Let's go, New Zealand.
Yay.
Well played, everyone in New Zealand. That was just
They played it really safe. Like,
Yeah.
really patiently, really.
Nice.